The TFXJ position function found within the built-ins, the function plugins tab, and the text effects folder allows you to jitter a position of a font. So what we'll do is we'll grab a font and drag this down into the scene tree, and we'll just kind of scale this up a little bit and reposition it so we can see it better. We'll go back into the built-ins, grab our TFXJ position or our TFX jitter position, and we'll go into the editor. Now again, first thing that we notice is a progress percentage, kind of like all the other text effects plugins. We have this, and we can set keyframes to animate this. However, I'm just going to advance this up to 100% here, and once we do that, you can see how it affects the font. Now underneath we have a progress type set to absolute by default. If we change it to relative, it just means that we may need to increase the progress percentage higher than 100% depending on how many characters we have. When we do have keyframes to animate this on, we do have our direction here, which we can change from normal to opposite, random, static, wave, center, or to center. Again, we have the interpolate, so when we do have keyframes set, we can set it to linear or soft, and this manages how the keyframes are interpolated. Now again, there's an effect range that we can use, and there's also a random seed that we can use. The random seed is used in conjunction with the random direction up here. Ignore space and ignore new lines, so if we have our progress type set to relative, it will take into account the number of spaces and lines that we have. And we also have text order again, horizontal. When we click on horizontal, it gives us the option for left to right or right to left. We also have vertical. It gives us the option for up to down or down to up. Now when we are using these jitter functions, we also have these axes. So when we change these axes, you can really see how it affects these jitter function. So right now it's set to X. We can change it to Y, Z, XY, XZ, YZ, and XYZ. It also gives us a lock axis. Once we turn this off, it gives us more options here to change the X, Y, and Z. So we can set the range X higher, and depending which axis we have it set to. So if we have it set to X up here, now we can use this range X and randomness X to adjust it. And if we change it to Y, it's going to change the range Y and the randomness Y that we can change. And if we change it to Z, we can change it to range Z and randomness Z as well. If we have our axis set to X, Y, Z, it's going to give us all three of these options together.